Hey, I have a question for you. Are you focused on your patient education or are you focused on your patient experience? Hey, everybody talks about my patient education system, patient education, patient education. And after studying 20 years of human behavior, here's one of the things we learned. Facts have 20% influence. 20%. Now, do you ever have a patient and you're talking to them, no matter what you say, they just don't commit? Hey, I understand, doc. Yes, I get it. Hey, it's great information. Why? Because we focused on patient education. When we get into that mindset, it puts us into that mode of teaching facts and giving information. And then what don't we do? We focus on facts, and what we don't do is we don't move their physiology. We don't engage them emotionally. And so the problem is when you look at patient education versus patient experience. Now let's look at customer service. Customer service is a place that gives you what you want. Customer experiences gives you something that engages you. What business or store do you go to that creates such an experience that you always want to go there, right? People that have repeat customers and create raving fans, they create a great experience. So maybe we should focus on that because our purpose says we want to create lifetime patients. So if we look at this, what I want to do is give you two things, two tips. How many? Two that create a great patient experience. The first one is a law of human behavior, commitment and consistency. What's that mean? When people have an agreement, when they agree to something, they feel responsible to follow through. So my question is, on day one, day two, how many times does your new patient say yes? How many times do they come into a yes agreement? Well, in Elite, we teach this in boot camp one, day one, day two. The pre-consultation in 3.5 minutes gets 14. How many? 14 yes agreements. Then in a consultation, when you go through their overall health, the average person has 12, average new patient, 12 to 15 organ problems. You're getting up to 12 to 15 yeses twice. So now we're up to 24 to 30 yeses plus 14. That's 40 yeses. Then in the exam, we get them to at least 20 more yeses. Now you're up to 60 yes agreements in 30 minutes. If you said yes 60 times in 30 minutes, what would be the probability your next answer would be no? Well, it'd be pretty thin. Then on day two, we get about another 10 to 15 yes agreements. So if you take a person through 80 yes agreements in 2 days, what's the probability they're minimally going to start care? Well, in Elite, we take them through these systems. People go through boot camp one. We have a 70 to 84% of new patients go through full corrective care. Okay, that's 3 to 6 months of 3 times a week of corrective care. That's how powerful the first principle is. What's the second principle? Every person has 6 human needs. 6 human needs. So that means we're all trying to satisfy these needs. What are they? They're certainty, uncertainty, significance, loving connection, growth, and contribution. Those 6 human needs. Now, guess what? These human needs are how all people make decisions. It determines whether or not a patient commits or walks out. Those 6 human needs determine how we live our life. That means it determines whether a person starts care and quits or whether they go into lifetime care. Now, in boot camp 2, we teach you these 6 human needs and how to meet all 6 needs. Now, guess what? The 6th human need is contribution. So when your systems meet all 5 needs, then we get every patient up to the level of contribution. Guess what you have? You have a lifetime committed patient that has all their emotional needs met through your systems, and they're at the level of contribution, which means now they're going to become lifetime referring patients. This is why people come into Elite. They don't need to market. Why? Because they're meeting those needs and getting to the level of contribution. So what are those 2 things? 1, commitment and consistency. Let's get them to multiple yes agreements on day 1, day 2. 2, know those 6 human needs. Get the systems that meet those needs. Now, in Elite, we see 78 to 86% of those corrective care patients go into lifetime care. That means at least 8 out of 10 will go through full corrective care, and at least between 80 to 90% of those will go into lifetime care. Hey, let's get multiple yes agreements. let's work on those 6 human needs. Boot camp 1, boot camp 2. So, hey, if you want to learn more about this, number 1, you can call me, you can ask questions, you can look up these things online. And number 2, or you can go to the boot camp. So it's 2019. You want to create more committed or lifetime patients than ever before this year than ever before. So look into the boot camps, give us a call. We'll look at your practice, show you when you apply these 2 things, what level we can take you. So, all right, guys, hey, get multiple agreements, meet those 6 human needs, and let's help more people this year than ever before. All right, peace.